Alright guys, so this is going to be the final video on this interview, so let's get right into it. So Nomura was asked about DLC, of which he said that nothing is confirmed, but he does want to at least consider doing it. He said that he never wants to release anything like a season pass, because he doesn't really like that type of stuff. He said that very few games actually release and just leave it at that nowadays, and he doesn't want to follow in that type of footsteps. He does want the fans to be able to enjoy the game long after the release, so it is definitely possible that we might get a little bit of DLC, but I don't imagine that we will be getting any story-related DLC. This is actually really great news, and I'm glad that they actually brought this up, and he specified all this stuff. Seeing that he doesn't like season passes, and that he's not really fond of DLC in general, is a really good thing, as many worried that the game would have a DLC story added into it later on, but now that Nomura's actually talked about this, it does not seem like Nomura wants that at all. If he doesn't want a season pass, then that tells me that there's not going to be enough DLC in the game to even warrant a season pass. It just won't be worth it. So if there is DLC, I think it'll most likely be like the new Starseeker skins for pre-ordering the digital versions, which I'm completely fine with. I think it's really interesting to see these different reskins of the Keyblades and stuff. I'm really interested and hope that they do, in fact, do some more stuff with that. Potentially just add in completely original Keyblades instead of just reskinning them. He also later on went on to confirm that Big Hero 6 is still happening despite not seeing anything, as well as original worlds, both old and new, would be appearing within 3. Old ones that would be returning would be, the most obvious would most likely be the Keyblade Graveyard, Radiant Garden, and Castle Oblivion. Now he says that not many worlds are actually left to announce, but there are still a few left, like original worlds. Now I'm not sure if he means that he's going to be announcing any of the original worlds, or if he's just telling us that some of the worlds that are going to be in the game are original worlds. But with that being said, it would be really cool if we did get to see a new original world in one of the trailers, maybe even the fabled Cable Town from back in like 2013, 2014, that we have not seen a single thing about. No one has mentioned it in years, and it would be really cool to actually see it in a trailer after all this time, because I mean, at this point it's basically just a myth or a legend at this point, because it's been kind of lost and forgotten. With that being said, he then went on to explain why he chose Pirates of the Caribbean, of which he says is because he wanted at least one live-action movie on a current console release to test their limits on how real they can make it look, and they did a really great job with the models, and it looks just like the movie. It's crazy. It's interesting they said at least one world, at least one live-action world, as that can potentially mean maybe more than just Pirates of the Caribbean will be within Kingdom Hearts 3. However, I really doubt it. I feel like Pirates of the Caribbean will most likely be the only live-action movie. However, it's completely possible that Pirates of the Caribbean will not be the only one. However, it would be really cool if we did get to go back to the grid, because I really want to see if Rinsler survived at the end of Dream Drop Distance. But I doubt we'll return to that world anytime soon. It would be really interesting to see if there are any other live-action movies going to be in 3, or if Pirates of the Caribbean will be the only one. But with that being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope that you consider sticking around for more updates. And I will see you guys in the next video.